Welcome back to the Nemesis Gaming League, where the grind continues. I know that I'm a familiar face, and with me on the desk today is Speed Demon. You actually played in a couple of matches today. How did those go?
We won't talk about the GM showdown because that's just for fun. We'll give it to the East. We still got the advantage, but I played in the prospect one, and had to secure a dub on the Western side for the prospect boys and girls who are out there. I know we do have a few ladies in the Nemesis community playing, but yeah, West is the best. That's all I have to say. I've been on West, I think, every season besides one, Colson. So it's just how it is.
So, a West fanboy till the day you die. So, there might be a little bit of bias coming out in this upcoming matchup in the Rivals League, where the East actually have dominated historically. They are 10-2 in the rival division and 2-10 for the West. Why do you think that is?
Uh, I mean, it's very hard to say, but there's a man on the East. He goes by the name of Flip 1010. I don't know. You guys may know him. He may have just been in the booth casting. But this man Flip, he's been a resident rival player for quite a few seasons. He's obviously been on the East, on that same org that he's been a part of with the Fruit Ninjas for quite some time. Um, and he just finds himself winning, whether it be in regular Nemesis matches, All Stars, playoffs. He's very, very good. So we'll definitely see him, show up for the East side. But other than that, I don't know what it is. I don't know if there's some behind the scenes mind games that goes on with the East versus West when it comes to the All Stars, or I know they like to go for more clips as the higher up we go to. So I don't know. It could be various things, but East definitely needs to lock in because if they lose this one and they lose next season, they're behind 10 games, and that would be a 12-2 favor of the East. So West needs to lock in.
It might be all business on the side of the West squad today, and maybe a little bit of trolling, a little more fun on the Eastern side, which is an interesting matchup because the have fun meta is very real. Just going for the ball, having fun, and enjoying yourself. Oftentimes, at least for me, leads to success. So if Flip, the guy who just casted with me, is able to pop off and enjoy himself, he might get his own clip of this series. So I think we're just talking a little bit more. I don't know if all of the players have actually loaded into the lobby yet. Right now, I see a couple of them in the Eastern side, and the Western squad is here ready to go. So it seems like the Eastern group is not taking this as seriously. Does that come as a surprise to you or no, Speed?
Kind of does. I think, a lot of it also is someone couldn't make it and failed to inform us staff ahead of time. So we didn't have a replacement ready to go. So now, that does happen. It's scramble time. You try to look at, next man up per the votings. Management will try to quickly, but at the same time, you got to grab who you can grab, who's available. So it's hard trying to find a little bit of a mixture of both. It does look like. Um, Looks like they have someone in there. I don't know. It's a management member, so I don't know if he plans on joining. But DJD did join the Eastern All Stars. I know he is having a fairly decent season himself, so he could be a pretty good replacement there for them. But looking at the lineups of who's in the VC right now, I know they're not in the match, but we got DJD, Flash, and Flip 1010 heading up for the East. And on the West, Dissa, Linden, and Sprinkle. And just looking at it, I know Flip's pretty good, but I am also biased here, but West is looking pretty good from the names that I'm seeing that might join this.
From the matches I've casted so far this season, I would have to agree with you. I'm going to be specifically looking at Landon on the side of the Western team. I think he could step up a little bit and be the playmaker for this team, supporting Dissa and Sprinkle. I think that would be a great way to get the West back into this historical series with the East. They need to play for one another. They need to play with one another if they're going to go against a squad like the East. But theoretically, they could have the advantage, right? The East is not ready. They didn't have all their guys show up. They are not locked in, and the West has been ready. They have been hanging out. Comms are probably great. I imagine this is going to be a very fun time as and more players load up into the match. I'm starting to think that I'm going to have to side with the West on this one. I'm going to have to join you and hope that the West can bring it to 3-10 and not go down 2-11. So that's the goal. Fingers crossed. What are we feeling in chat? I see a lot of ones coming out, so that might be on the Eastern's half. I wonder what the poll. Oh, it's pretty split actually. Pretty even, pretty close. We have it's not letting me predict. I suppose that's good. The West actually has more points on them, 21K to the East's 18K. So it
Yep,
looks
just
like
put my
chat is going to
6.2
stop.
on.
Looks like chat is going to join us in hoping that the West takes this one. We are diving into the game. I already see a Fortnite battle bus coming out from Tissa, Lightning McQueen coming out from Landon. This is going to be an interesting series as we dive into the kickoff. Flip is going to leave it for Flash as Dissa takes it with the battle bus and launches this one back and forth. This might be a feeler game as we see a double commit come out, as game ones often are just trying to see what the opponents can do, see how they're playing one another. And I think that's honestly a good thing. Flip gets cut out by Flash, who stays on it with low boost, waiting for a pass. Flip with a shot, but it doesn't have enough power to make it in front of the net. Flip staying on this one, trying to get another one going, but it's causing the West to waste a lot of boost. So, I may have actually just been disconnected, so I'm going to kick this one over to you, Speed.
Yeah, I am too. I think it's the whole server right now. I'm seeing it on the stream myself, so I don't know what's going on here. This is definitely a great start on the match, but on the match itself, it started off a little weird. You know, we didn't see any solid touches. We didn't see any um, anything crazy. We saw a lot of double commits, which is unusual for these rival players. Definitely got kicked out here, guys. So we will, get us back into a lobby here in just a few minutes. But I think that was, the Rocket League gods saying this was a terrible start. No one really looked good. It was just kind of in shambles to begin with. So we're gonna restart this. So we're gonna have a fresh new restart in game one, and hopefully we'll see a little more action-packed first minute.
I wonder which one of the players was DDoSing. That's interesting that it's even happening in the rival All-Star games. I think Epic should try to fix that one. But we're loading in. Nilla asking who's DOSing in the match, so it could be real. We have 3 of the players in. Players are joining up. DJD and Flash are the last ones to do it. And here we go. Fresh start, 5 minutes. Crazy cars still on the pitch, but here we go. Flip with an early shot, but it's saved away by the Merc-mobile. Lightning Queen takes that off the wall, and the Battle Bus tries to pass it back to him. DJD passing this one mid to a teammate. A little dangerous, but Flip is there to bail it out. I think that's Bumblebee trying to get a pinch with DJD as we get even crazier cars, hopefully into a crazy matchup. Flash and Flip both go for the same ball. It gets launched back into the east side. Landed with a crazy pre-jump read off of DJD, and Flip tries to bat this one away. It's intercepted, looking for a pass mid, but no one there to receive it. A lot of ping pong, a lot of nerves, a lot of whiffs coming out in this opening 45 seconds. Excuse me, this reopening 45 seconds. This Flash puts one off the backboard, but it gets saved away. What are we thinking so far, Speed?
I'm thinking all these guys, I mean, DJG's in a playing car, how he normally plays, I'm pretty sure. And I think Flip's also in a playing car. But I think the rest of these guys need to go back to their main cars. These high players in Rocket League, they always complain and talk about how, too much on their car, messes them up. They can't focus. Well, I think this is what's happening. Because we haven't seen anything crazy come out, and these are, our rival players. This is the second highest league that Nemesis has to offer, and as Sprinkle, is he gonna make me eat my words a little bit? He can still reset there. There wasn't anything crazy, but just enough, and he's gonna get it started here. West is gonna go up early in this game number 1, Colson.
You give Sprinkle that much time on the ball, he will get a reset to put it over you. The Fortnite, oh, I think it was the Merc Mobile, actually. I just saw the Fortnite Battle Bus on my screen. Sprinkle putting it away in the Merc, proving that he can do it on a bunch of cars. Pass back from Sprinkle gets cut out by Flip. Flip trying to tie this one up and puts it into the side of the net for good measure. It's now tied up between the East and the West.
And that was a great pass attempt coming out from Sprinkle, but Flip 10-10, man of the hour right there, putting the East on his back to start this one, tie it back up, makes a beautiful read, able to slot that one in into an open net. And that's exactly what the East needed to, catch themselves a little break and find themselves on the board and get their nerves, a little less nerves, get it off the table.
Flip going for his own flip reset, but unfortunately drops it. That could have been the highlight play that we are hoping for. That is not the highlight play that we were hoping for. Double commit followed up by a whiff on an open net. That is rival league gameplay, baby. As Lightning McQueen takes it back into the corner. Flip gets a bump on it, and Bumblebee goes soaring by. DJD waiting for his turn and gets it. Sprinkle trying to pop this one away, but a lot of low boost players coming out on the side of the West. Flip with a quick shot gets turned away by Disc. Sprinkle keeping this one in the safety of his own corner. Flash trying to keep the pressure on, but Landon with a strong clear. Dissa up early for it, trying to get a crazy read, but it is cleared away by DJD. Sprinkle popping this one back up, and a great read coming out by Dissa yet again. Flip trying to do it himself. Flash looking for a play, but doesn't get it. DJD with a shot and a goal. I thought momentarily Flash or Flip was going to save that one away, but he lets that one roll into the net.
And that's a great pass right there by Flash. Just getting in the defender's way. He does end up getting a touch, and it comes right down to DJD, who has the whole net to shoot at. He slots that one in, stays composed, and gives the East the lead here at that a little over the halfway mark, Colson. And, what are you seeing? How do you think, we haven't seen anything too crazy. We saw the one flip reset come up from Sprinkle as he's going to slot that one on and try to tie this one back up. But really, we haven't seen anything too crazy come up from anyone yet.
I don't know if I can actually give you a crazy read on this so far. It looks like the players are just trying to enjoy themselves. I know you said earlier that you get to the higher ranks, you start looking for clips. As a beautiful passing play gets saved away by Flip. Players start looking for clips. They just try to have fun, just try to enjoy themselves. So I think I'll be able to give you a better read on the situation based on the cars that we see in the next game. DJD keeping this pressure on, landed with a booming clear. Looking for Sprinkle, but Flip has it read. Sprinkle almost gets a read on that play, and now Flash tries to get this one over Lightning Queen, but he is unable to. Flip beating out the battle bus and putting it into the West half yet again. DJD getting it around one. Disc looking for a teammate, but it's cut away by Flash. Flash almost lands on that one as he falls to the ground. Now it's up to DJD. A little bit behind Flash. Flash not able to get the read on it. And a great skim coming out from one of the West players. Sprinkle staying on it, but it's saved away and popped high into the East corner. Back and forth we go in game number one. Speed, do you think the West will be able to tie this up?
I think they can, and I hope they can. I think I need to see a little bit more coming out here from Dissa in that battle bus as he's going to be wiped off the pitch. But Sprinkle is going to try to make something happen, but not able to get that one over the reach of DJD, and he's going to save that one away and eliminate that immediate pressure. But the West still trying to make something happen, but this East's defense is just locked in right now.
Pass from Flip doesn't get bit on by DJD, but Flash stays on the play, making sure that his midfield presence is known from this West squad. Flip looking for Flash yet again, but it does not connect and gets scored back into the East half. Sprinkle with a potential shot, elects to put this one into the corner, stays on it, tries to pop it over one, but Flash has it read. Miss coming out from one of the West players, and DJD scoops this one up. Landon pops this one mid, trying to tie this one at 0 seconds. The battle bus going for a reset, but drops it down. And just like that, the 2-11 scoreline in the series ekes ever closer as the East takes game number one.
And that would have been so tough if Sprinkle there in the end was able to get the reset with the battle bus, as that was definitely a tough one. Obviously, the battle bus is a little hard to, to predict the touches, the reads. It's just so clunky. It looks so awkward in the air, especially when he was going for that. But, all in all, close game there. If the shots kind of favor the West a little more, 9-7. But the East were able to make it count when it mattered the most. Their defense is really what stuck out to me in that one. Their defense was really solid. Their rotations were there. So I'm definitely scared. I don't know what it is, but this East team always seems to find a way in the rival league.
And the card changes that I suspected after game number 1 do come out. Now it's only Bumblebee remaining for the wacky cars. Everyone on the side of the West switched back to their comp cars, and it starts out with immediate pressure. Flash, I don't know how he'll take this. He'll pass it to a teammate who gets a skim touch flip. Are you kidding me?
That was nasty. The free flip pass from Flash to just flip sitting there. He's like, I'm just gonna jump. That's it. That's the crazy goal we're getting right now, guys. Is Flip just jumping and getting a crazy skip.
Flip said, you guys can swap your cars back as much as you want, but you're still not going to beat me. I don't really have to do much. I just have to jump. Now I'm going to try to put this one on your head as it goes up to the backboard. Flash tries to get it, but 2 go from the West. Double the commit, double the chance of hitting the ball. This one goes back and forth again. The East starting out with a lot of early pressure, though, as even though they got this card change, never mind. I was going to say that the West didn't look great, but Sprinkle had to shut me up. Landon finds him, and Sprinkle hammers one home, tying up game number 2.
What a beautiful pass. What a beautiful shot. And I was just getting ready to say, I think what I really want to see is I want to see Dissa get a little more involved and be a little more of an impact here. I was talking to him earlier this week, and he was saying, as that one is going to get saved away, almost stuffed in by Sprinkle. But Dissa was telling me earlier this week that this is his first All-Star nomination, which is honestly surprising with how Diss has been just a staple in Nemesis, and this is his first selection.
Dissa needs to come up huge in order for the West to take this one home. He could be the difference maker as he pops a great pass mid. I don't know if Sprinkle was ready for it or couldn't get to it, but regardless, this game remains tied a minute and a half in, but an open net, a whiff by Landon, but it was just a pass to Sprinkle who gets it saved away by DJD. I think maybe if he had kept his other car on, he would have been able to put that one home, but unfortunately for them, the swap does affect him in the end. Flip pops this one out high and away, and Dissa is there looking for Landon in the wing, calls him off, but does miss on it. Flip looking for a pass, but it's a little bit behind DJD. DJD's trying to stay on there just to be a menace, making it awkward for these West players. This misses the ball. Flash pops this one up to DJD, who whiffs on it. Now it's time for the West, but another whiff comes out. A lot of whiffy-50s coming out from these teams. I think they're playing faster than they need to, trying to prove that they are the better team after that game number 1. I think the West tried to rush this one and rub off the other one and say, hey, it was just a warm-up game. We weren't trying. We were just messing around. And now that they have a lot to prove, they're starting to whiff. Free jumping Diz off of Landon. Passing play, almost a goal. And Sprinkle again. Shooting accuracy woes keep this game tied halfway through.
I think I might need to leave the VC real quick and go yell at my West boys, because that's 2 wide open goals that they should have had, and they just choked it. West, this isn't how we're going to go down. So you boys better start putting these shots on target, as this one's awkward.
Whoa.
Sprinkle, not really sure what to do there. Luckily, there was no one there from the East to really challenge him. Was able to just send that one in the corner, but this ball is not quite out yet. Sprinkle, great 50, and now they get a little relief as Landon's going to send this one down into their offensive half.
DJD gets cut out by a teammate, and it gets screamed into the corner. Sprinkle trying to get this one out and inadvertently passes it over to Flash. Nothing from it though. Flip gets cut out by Flash yet again. DJD looking for the shot. Slow roller over the top, but it goes off bar yet again. The 4th man for both the East and the West squad has come out absolutely massive. Nobody can seemingly get by the post on either team, and we remain deadlocked with a minute and a half remaining. Double commit, double the chance of hitting the ball, and it works out in the end. But I don't know if it's nerves or unfamiliarity with the playstyles, but we're seeing a lot of miscues coming out from both of these squads. Dissa looking to go up for it, leaves it for Landon. Landon going for the double, hits it into the top left. The West are back in this series, Speed.
The West is back, baby. Beautiful double tap coming out from Landon. Dissa getting a little aggressive and physical in the net. You know, I think that was DJG trying to come out with the squishy save, and Dissa just said, nah, I'm not going to let you do that. Bumps him out of the way, opens up that net just enough as Landon able to sneak that one in. And now Dissa trying to get offensive here, but he was going to have that one 50'd away.
Into the east corner. The East needs to come up huge if they want to take a 2-0 lead in this series, forcing the West to reverse sweep. But as the time ticks away, it's becoming less and less likely. Flip taking this one over to the corner, looking for Flash, who whiffs on this touch, but Flip able to recover to it, and Demo Landon, who was going for that ball. Dissa popping this one up, trying to get it over another, and it does get another Flip reset, but Flash patient as ever, waiting for it. Sprinkle waiting for his touch. Flash able to save this one away. The pressure from the West is starting to look better and better. I think the card change is a good look at the end of the day. Sprinkle up to Dissa, who fakes it out and leaves it for Sprinkle. A great fake coming out from Dissa, and it makes this game unreachable.
Yeah, and you know, Dissa trying to get an awesome goal, awesome redirect there, unable to find it, but it works out. It gets the defender to wait. It gets the defender. You know, honestly, you gotta when you have a rival player going up for a redirect like that, you have to assume that they're gonna make a touch, and when they don't, a lot of times those plays work out 10 times out of 12. I want to say.
I don't know what Flash thought he was going to do in the remaining 7 seconds. Maybe he gets a pass down over to Flip, but it is dropped either way. Flash leaves mid-game, getting off of Bumblebee to put on the Fennec. It seems like both teams have finally arrived in this series. Games 1 and 2 are warm-up games, we'll call it. They were have fun games, but now it's time to lock in and be serious. Sprinkle with a great game, 500 points to his name. He has 5 shots and 2 goals, and he had poor shooting accuracy. So if he's able to keep this one up, he will be a difference maker for this West squad and for the West's hope in this series.
Yeah, and Dissa thinks he's out here trying to win worlds. Dissa, I'm gonna have to break it to you. You're gonna have to play a little better than that if you expect to win worlds here, buddy. You got to lock in for me on the West side here. But yeah, you know, great showing from Sprinkle. Dissa, I know you can hear me. Lock in, buddy. Sprinkle, great showing, 2 goals, 1 save. Dissa, great on the defensive end there. 3 great saves, 3 huge saves. Really, you know, keeping the West in that lead and not allowing this offensive pressure that the East really can put on you. When they get it and they lock in, it's very hard to beat and break.
The East is the squad that has historically been able to do it. But this new West squad is proving to be a tough challenge. This one goes over to Dissa, who pops it over one, but gets bumped out of the way from it. Flash pops this one up himself, but elects not to go for it again. Landon over to Sprinkle, who passes it down mid, pre-flipping Dissa. That could have been the chance, but it is okay. Here comes the East counterattack, getting it over one. Dissa is able to make it back. Another card change coming out. DJD now in a skyline as the pressure from the East begins to pour in. Landon flicking it by one. DJD, the lone man back, does well to stall for his teammates. It gets pinched down mid. Flash not ready for it. Landon pops this one up for a teammate. Flip whiffs on it. Sprinkle being patient as ever, but nothing comes to fruition from the West squad just yet. Dissa gets a reset, trying to get over one, and does. He gets it over to Landon. Landon popping this one back up mid, and DJD able to pass this one out to Flip. Flip trying to get a pass by one. He does. Looking for a teammate, but no one there to recover on it. Great bump out from him. Flash putting this over Sprinkle, who's a little bit awkward. Back down off the ceiling to DJD. DJD off the corner, but Dissa has it red where Flip is waiting. 1, 2, back to 1, but not enough power on it. Back and forth, but a lot of offensive pressure coming out from this East squad.
Yeah, a lot of offensive pressure coming out for sure, and that's what I said. You got to be careful of that. Once they get it locked in, they'll start to boost Starview, and their pressure just seems unbreakable at times when they really get it going. But what I'm liking from both sides right here, even though we haven't seen a goal yet, as DJD places himself in the perfect spot to save that one, is the passing plays, and that they're looking to make these awesome passing plays from both sides, honestly.
Double commits coming out from the West, but nothing has come to bite them for it yet. Sprinkle being ever patient, bailing out his teammates as a whiff comes out. That was an open net, but unfortunately not able to go into the back of it. Flip looking for DJD, but a little bit too far forward. Sprinkle now on the ball, trying to make something happen. Going for the flip, fakes it out, tries to get over, but Flip has this one red. Popped back out and away. Dissa trying to get the corner read and gets it. DJD waiting, trying to make this awkward for the other team, and does, buying precious time for his team to go get some boost. Landon takes over, low boost, trying to flick over one, but DJD does well to cut it out. Jumping up for it again, and Sprinkle able to beat him to the ball. Gets a 50 on Flip for his efforts, but the East has pinned the West in their own half so far in this game. Great demo, causing even more pressure on to the West, but Dissa able to clear this one into the East corner. Maybe a back pass here. Landon tries to get it over one, but Flip does well to pop it back in. Great demo on the back line too, causing even more pressure against this West squad. Flash beating two, awkward pop mid, DJD popping it up to the backboard, but a great touch out and away. Pressure not done yet. Flash with a shot. Awkward touches and a goal for the East. Stacked up in the net is the West, and that unrelenting pressure leads to the opening goal.
And that's so much pressure. It's crazy, but I'm glad that they were able to hold strong long enough where that's only one goal, and there's still plenty of time left. There's still 2 minutes. The West can definitely come back, but they're going to have to find a way to not let the East have as much pressure as they've had here, as Sprinkle is trying to make something happen. Flip gets the touch, a little scary position, but gonna get saved away by his teammate, and now this one's gonna kind of get cleared out. DJD looking for a pass downfield to Flip. This one's on. No, that one's gonna be saved away by Sprinkle. Great racing back save there by Sprinkle to save that one and keep this lead from the East only at 1 goal.
The West can definitely still get into this, not if there's passing plays like this from the East. Flash over to DJD. A quick little 1-2, beautiful angle on the pass from Flash, and just like that, East have doubled up their lead.
East just looking so good. They're finding passing plays. Their 50s have been pretty phenomenal so far, as this 50 comes out, kind of favors them, but it was a little mistake coming out from the East there, and the West unable to capitalize as Landon's going to throw this one up off the backboard, but a great clear by DJD. Now Landon trying to get physical and open up some space for his teammates, as this is trying to get the reset. He does, he gets the 50, but again, the East's defense, on top of their relentless offense, is just too good to handle right now.
Whiff coming out on the back line, the first crack in the armor for the East. Uncharacteristic from Flip, but a great placement by Sprinkle. Lets Dissa put one into the top right corner. I'd have to agree with you, though. The East defense has looked phenomenal up until that point in this game and this series so far. But the West are not going anywhere. Landon trying to put this one down mid for a teammate. Dissa tries to get a quick shot, but it is saved away. Flash going for a reset of his own, but drops it down to Sprinkle. Pop back up for a teammate. This could be awkward, but Dissa does well to get to it quickly. 2 up from the East. This could be the West chance, but a great commit from Flash keeps that pressure at bay. 30 seconds remaining in this game. Sprinkle going for the double. Doesn't have it, though. The West need to put everything on the line, and when you do, that opens opportunities, and Flip says thank you very much. doubles up the lead yet again.
Yeah, just a push up just a little too close there. As like you said, final 30 seconds, you kind of got to send the house. You're only down 1 goal, and that's what happens sometimes. You push up just a little too far, ball sneaks over your head, and the East is going to secure themselves a 2 goal lead here with 20 seconds to go. Just trying to turn this one around. Landon, no, he's going to get dunked out, and that's pretty much going to do it here for this game number 3. 10 seconds, flip, flip, 10-10 is trying to get one more, and he's going to send that one wide, and that one will do it here for game number 3. There's not going to be enough time left on the clock. If that one even does go in, and it doesn't, that one hits the ground, as the East are going to continue their dominance here in the all-time series. You know, they're on game point now. They're looking to really secure that that 9-match lead in the all-time department here, Colson, and they're just looking so good out there. I don't know. The West, they're having good shots. They're having, I wouldn't say necessarily good shots, but they're having the quantity of shots that you're looking for. They just need to up the quality of shots.
Yeah, I think that game, even though it read 3-1 at the end, it's kind of like a garbage time touchdown, right? Like the West committed a guy, which normally they don't do. So that game to me is a 2-1. The West have a lot to be confident in this as a Mitch touch comes out from Sprinkle. I think if they really just focus a little bit more on where they're placing the ball, both in their shots and in their regular touches, and worry about things like double commit from Dissa and Sprinkle. If they clean those up, I think this could be a series. I think we could go to game number 5. But of course, the East trying to make this 11-2 in the all-time series. DJD off the wall, trying to put this one down. Sprinkle and Dissa again with the double commit. Great demo comes out. This could be the opportunity for the West, but DJD with a great save. I don't know how he read that one through all the confusion. It seemed like the whole West squad was there, but again, the East defense stands tall. Flash taking it down to the other end, trying to get the early lead in this series. Flip with a quick shot, but it's a bouncer low and saved away by Dissa. Pressure still on though. Flash trying to do the same thing, trying to recycle this one and make it happen again. DJD trying to stall for his teammates, gets cut out by Flip, who had full boost and was trying to go for that ball. Dissa able to save this one away. Flip trying to keep this one close, and a great cut by Flip to get that one in the West half. The West is on their way now. Dissa could have gone for that one, but I think thought Flip was going a little bit faster to that ball. Whiff touch on that one, but Sprinkle able to clear this one back down into the East half. I like what I'm seeing from the West in this game number 4. I just wish they would play a little bit dirtier. I haven't seen a lot of demos or a lot of pressure come out, and I think if they start doing that, this could be a series.
Yeah, they're playing great. We have seen it. A lot of double commits have come out from them from this series. I think they just need to trust each other more. They're all great players. They just need to, trust in each other that they can get the plays done. As Dissa right there trusted his man to get the 50. He stayed in a soft, smart place, and he's right there for a wide open goal.
The West now strike first. I'm hoping that this one does end up going the distance because these teams have shown that they are willing to fight for it. 50 in favor of the East. Flash elects not to shoot, trying to 50 out Landon. DJD with a quick shot, but it's saved away by Dissa. The West trying to stay in this one, being scrappy. Flip reset coming out. What a scoop coming out from Dissa, but it is saved away by 2 East players. Flash elects to stay on this one. Sprinkle to a free jumping Dissa, but it is whiffed away and goes wide. Flip clearing this one downfield, looking for Flash, who gets a good first touch. Flip looking to follow on it, gets a reset, but it doesn't go anywhere. Dissa up to himself off the ceiling, trying to get a quick shot off, but Flash saves it away off the inside of the post. East barely holding on to this 1-goal deficit as the West tries to double it up and make it 2.
Yeah, and that's, it was very scary to watch if you're an East fan watching Flash send that one off the post, as this one's going to come back out to the middle. What a pass by Dissa, but that one's going to be saved away by the East, as again, we've been talking about it all series long. That East defense has just been rock solid, only letting up a select few goals, and when they have, they've been really well placed here by the West, as we see the East trying to get a little physical, but that one's going to be sent away by Landon. Going to chase it down with not a lot of boost, trying to push this one middle. Unable to get it, but Sprinkle, he's just right there. But again, this East defense always seems to be in the right place, as we've seen this one before. Landed off the backboard, but he's unable to follow. Sprinkle setting that one up now. And again, this East defense just locked in. They're down 1 goal, and they do not want to be down 2, and we can see that.
I wish that this West squad would try to find one another. Right now, I know that all of these players have their mechanics and they want to put it on display, but the passing coming out from the East is really what's giving them the edge. And I think the West could take one out of their playbook in order to do that. There was an opportunity I saw a little bit earlier where there was a wide open player in the wing that could have been a quick 1-2, but instead it was elected to be a solo play, and it didn't lead to a goal. Landon trying to get this one over to Dissa, but Flip able to save it away. Gets bumped out of the way. Good demo coming out from, coming out from the West squad onto the back line of the East. DJD able to get a second touch on this one as it's 50'd into the East corner. 40 seconds remaining, and the East need to get out of this one in order to end the series here. The West trying to win this one to send us to a game number 5. Back into the East half we go. Sprinkle up for it early. Dissa off ceiling, trying to get a crazy touch. Gets it. Back to Sprinkle. Sprinkle top right. Are you kidding me? There is the clip we were looking for.
That's a beautiful play there. I don't know if he even got a touch, but just enough to make DJG wait as Sprinkle's there. He's going to put that one top in. He's going to make the West go up 2-0. The West want to go to game 5. They want to take the advantage on the night as the series is tied up 2 apiece for the night, as well as this clock is going to tick down. 10 seconds to go here, Colson.
9 on the screen. DJD trying to get one for the road, but unfortunately cannot. Flash trying to do it as well, but as soon as this ball goes down, we are getting sent to game number 5. The West look alive right now.
Game 5.
They look phenomenal.
They look great right now. They just got to keep that momentum, as we're going to see DJD. I think he's going back to his comp card here. We saw him game 3 and game 4, or was it game 3 and game 4? He made the switch after 2. Anyways, I think the last 2 games, DJD, we saw him switch out of his car. He's now going to lock in. So pretty sure we're gonna have a full lobby of everyone locked in their comp cars here, and we're gonna have a great game 5. It's 2-2. The night is 2-2 East versus West. This is definitely a huge game before we head into our Titan matchup to end the night.
A lot of pressure coming out from this West squad. I mean, you look at the shots, and they were phenomenal. The West have dug their heels in and dug themselves back into this series. The West looking to hold on, and the East trying to do the same as we dive into game number 5. Flash and Dissa on the kickoff. DJD elects to play this one a little slower, faking it out for Flip, but pops it a little bit too far ahead of him. Flash going for a quick shot, cutting out the defense, but Dissa cuts him out as well. Landon with a save. Flip pops this one back mid. That's an open net. Gets it by 1, but Sprinkle able to pop this one out and away to safety. DJD can't make the read. Flip staying on the ball, looking for him, but it's a little bit behind him. DJD with a back pass over to Flash, who gets this one up to the ceiling. Landon with a great cut out. DJD cutting him out as well. It seems like pace is going to be the name of the game in this game number 5. Landon with a great shot, but Flip saves this one away. Each team trying to get to the ball first, faster than the other. Not the patience that we have seen from players like Sprinkle in this series so far, but I love the intensity that both teams are bringing to this game number 5.
Yeah, the fast gameplay. I think we're going to start really seeing, I think we're going to see a few clips in this game as once they get comfortable playing at that fast pace like they're so used to. I think we'll see a couple clips, and I think this might end up being, a 3-4 goal game apiece coming out here once we get into this first minute and a half, excuse me.
Sprinkle leaving this one out for Landon. Dissa staying on this one, keeping the pressure on, but clean, tight rotations coming out from the East. Even though they're bunched up, they're still each getting clean touches on the ball. Landon with a great 50. Flash looking for DJD, but Dissa able to get to that ball first. A little bit awkward. There's an opening in the rotation. Landon tries to capitalize on it, but it goes off the 4th man. A whip comes out on the back line, and Sprinkle capitalizes.
And what a beautiful shot there by Landon. Hits off the post. Unable to get the touch there is Flash and Sprinkle. Cleanup man's gonna send that one in the back of the net. I was a little worried. We've seen that, happen a few times earlier in this series where West had two wide open shots just like that, and they sent the ball high off the post yet again. So I'm happy they were able to actually put that one away this time and give themselves that early lead here in game number 5.
Doesn't look like everyone from the East is on the same page for their game plan. I see a lot of great touches mid, but the follow-up to that second touch is not there. The third man is not enabled, is not on in this series for the East just yet, but the West look like they are ready to go. Flip popping this one high and away, looking for Flash. Flash tries to do it himself. A great demo comes out. Flash with the shot off the post, and just like that, the East tie it up.
And that's a great demo coming out from DJD. I don't know if he was actually trying to go for the ball there or not, but hey, you pick up the demo, you open up that net there for Flash, and Flash is going to put that one into the back of the net. We're right at that midway point, 2:35 remaining. We are tied back up, game number 5. This is the type of game that we have all been waiting for. Back and forth, super intense, everything on the line here as East finally ties it back up.
Popping this one to the corner, looking for a corner read, but Landon does well to bail out the West there. Flip pops this one up high, but great midfield presence coming out from the West squad. I don't know how long this attack from the East will be able to stay. Dissa able to pop this one over the midfield defender. Flash over to Flip. Flip a little awkward, not able to turn on this one. Gets faked out by Landon. DJD and Flip both go, but Flip recovers well. Tries to flip over to this one. May have bumped his teammate off of it. Landon up in the wing. Fakes out for Dissa. Dissa with a great read, but Flash has it read as well. DJD popping this one up over off the ceiling, over to Flip. Trying to take it over himself, but a little bit of awkwardness there. No one goes for the ball, and Sprinkle says thank you very much.
A little mistouch initially as DJD went to go up. He accidentally brings that back, so he tries to save it. And Sprinkle, he's there. He gets the beautiful 50 right in front of the East net, and Sprinkle is going to put that one home. Minute 41 to go. A little confusion there maybe on the kickoff. No one went. Didn't look like they were quite ready for that one either, as the West now having more pressure as Dissa trying to find this pass off the backboard. That one gets stuffed though, as Flash low boost off the backboard. Finds himself a great clear though, as the East now threatening on this counter attack. DGD sends that one off the backboard, but that one's going to be cleared away by Dissa as they stop that East's dangerous counterattack on that one.
The East starting to get back into this game. The pressure they have looks great, but with double commits like that, how long can you sustain it? Dissa with a great clear out and away, but Flip getting a bump, ending that quick counterattack. Flash up to himself, air dribbling it over too, but Dissa makes the great read. DJD looking for a quick shot, gets it, and gets the goal, top left. DJD, welcome to game 5.
That's a beautiful shot from DJD. Dissa trying to pre-jump, also knows that bump's coming through, and DJD just slots it in that back post. No one there from the West to save that one, as we're in the final 52 seconds here. Tied back up at 2 apiece, as Flip 10-10 is going to get the beat on that one. A whiff comes out from Dissa, but he's able to save this one. Flash sends this one middle, but no one there for the East. And this one, again, is going to be 50 away now as we hit the final 40 seconds. This one's dangerous. Can the West get to that? Yes, Dissa does. And not quite out of the woods yet as Flip 10-10's trying to make something happen. But again, sent away by the West.
The East has a lot of pressure, and that is worrisome for the West, but a great save comes out off the bar by Sprinkle. Great demo comes out, Landon able to get by one. Flip gets a demo on the back line. It's a 2v2 for now. Dissa trying to make something happen, but can't make it go. Flip with a fake in the midfield and quick chats for it as well. Pops this one down, Landon able to recover. This is a last second chance for the West. Great defensive stand by DJD. Sprinkle elects to keep it up. Flash does the same. Gets a flip reset, but drops it to the ground. And just like that, game 5 overtime begins. DJD and Dissa go for the kickoff. It gets by one. Landon trying to save the embarrassment from the West. Gets it by and does it! The West no longer are the losers in this series. They are now 3-10, an embarrassment for this Eastern squad.
The West does it They haven't won in rival league since season 7. That's 5 seasons of losing here, Colson, and they do it. And on top of that, they put the West at top for 3-2 on the night as well. The West have at least secured the tie on the night here. That's a huge win for the West. As I already stated, I'm a huge West guy here, so all love here. But to find that goal early in overtime, the rival league, Western All Stars find a way. They get it done, and they're back, baby. They're back.
I think it goes back to what we said at the very beginning. We saw all the players from the West in their lobby. They were ready to go. And the players in the East weren't there. I think the West was locked in. Even though they came out on some crazy cars, they locked in sooner than this Eastern squad. And because of that, it led to their victory. 3-13 in the series overall, but the most recent one is the most important. And out of the last one, they are 1-0. The East fall and making the record 10-3 for the East, 3-10 for the West. But like you said, the West have secured the tie on the night as we look to the Titan League. The East needs to tie it up with a series win. The West looking to take it all in the All-Star Saturday games with a win of their own. Don't go anywhere. We will be right back with some great Titan League action.